Christians.
All right, this is Robert Hutchison, Persuasive Speech on procrastinating. There are many other ways to avoid success in life, but the most surefire way is most likely procrastination. Procrastination is something that occurs quite commonly among college students. Don't let it happen to you. Procrastination can and should be avoided at all costs. According to the University of Texas Learning Center, there are 6 simple steps to overcoming this habit, which I will explain to you in my own words. But before I do so, I would like to clarify exactly what procrastination is. According to Dr. Joseph Ferrari, the Associate Professor of Psychology at DePaul University in Chicago, procrastination can be defined as the deferment of actions or tasks to a later time. Psychologists often cite such behavior as a mechanism for coping with anxiety associated with starting and or completing any task or decision. The word itself comes from the Latin word procrastinatus, pro meaning forward, and crastinus meaning of tomorrow. There are 3 criteria for a behavior to be classified as procrastination. It must be counterproductive, needless, and delaying. Procrastination does have many negative effects. It may result in stress, a sense of guilt and crisis, severe loss of personal productivity, as well as a disapproval by others for not meeting responsibilities or commitments. On top of that, these feelings combined may promote even more procrastination. Procrastination can be a persistent and debilitating disorder in some people, causing significant psychological disability and dysfunction. These individuals may actually be suffering from an underlying mental health problem such as depression or ADHD. People who exhibit procrastination and decreased impulse control appear to be prone to internet addiction and high alcohol consumption. There are 3 classified types of procrastinators. The first is the relaxed type. The relaxed type of procrastinators view their responsibilities negatively and avoid them by directing energy towards other tasks. It is common for a relaxed type of procrastinator to abandon schoolwork but not their social lives. The second is the tense-afraid type. The tense-afraid type of procrastinator usually feels overwhelmed with pressure, unrealistic about time, uncertain about goals, and many other negative feelings. The relaxing is often temporary and ineffective and leads to even more stress as time runs out. Deadlines approach and then the feeling of guilt sets in. This behavior becomes a cycle of failure and delay. This can have a debilitating effect on their personal lives and relationships, which may cause them to withdraw from their social life. This leaves me with the 6 styles type. According to Dr. Linda Sapadin, author of a highly accredited book, It's About Time, there are 6 types of procrastination that a person can be solely or a combination of. The styles are the perfectionist, the crisis maker, the dreamer, the defier, the worrier, and the overdoer. Now on to what we know best, academic procrastination. It's not a special type of procrastination, but it is common in an academic setting where students are required to meet deadlines for assignments and tests in an environment full of events and activities which compete for the students' time and attention. It is estimated that 80 to 95% of college students engage in procrastination and 75% consider themselves procrastinators. The good thing is procrastinators are made, not born. If you suffer from this horrible habit, worry no more. There is a way to get back on track and live a less stressful life and still get high quality projects in on time. The Learning Center at the University of Texas has done extensive research on procrastination, its effects on students, and why it happens. By truly investigating and understanding the results, they were able to come up with 6 simple ways to cure procrastination. I am here to explain these to you in my own words. By following these steps, you'll be able to see how easy and beneficial it is to not wait until the last minute to do anything. All you have to do is, step 1, clarify your goals. Carefully think about and write down your goals. It may sound silly, but it might help to actually post them somewhere where you can see them a lot, such as a door or a mirror. Then you must manage your time effectively. It is important to learn and implement good time management skills. Divide your goal into manageable parts and physically write them down, all the steps that are needed to accomplish it. Make a detailed schedule that includes a time designated each day for working towards your objective. Step 3 is to choose your environment. Recognize that the best study environment is not your dorm room or apartment. As much as you may want it to be, it's full of distractions such as television, roommates, video games, a comfortable bed to nap in, and so on. Find a different place to work in, such as the library, computer lab, or even the student center. Next, you must examine your attitude. Really ask yourself, do you have a self-defeating attitudes and beliefs? Recognize these attitudes and replace them with productive ones. It may sound silly, but if you are a procrastinator, pretend that you're a well-organized and timely student, and you'll start to believe that. Step 5 is to actually alter your behavior and take action. For this step, you may want to look to your friends for help. This may make it easier to get into a good routine. Every time you follow your new routine, reward yourself with things that you actually enjoy. For example, watching a movie, playing basketball, but only after you've done the task. Do something each and every day. Start out small and work on a task for maybe 10 minutes. Then continue to increase work as time goes on. A tip to make things even easier is to do your task in reverse order of pleasantness. Do what you hate the most first, and finish with something you might actually enjoy last. The final step is to accept yourself. Give yourself time to change. Statistics show that it takes 21 days of repetition to form a habit, but during this time it is important to expect backsliding. Breaking a habit is just as hard as forming a new one. Now that you've heard how simple it is to not procrastinate, you can use it in your daily routines. There are many ways to avoid success. Don't let procrastination be one of them in your life. A direct quote taken from a fellow Roman student of mine is from Steve Koff, and he states that if you want to have a lot of stress in your life, procrastinate. So listen and learn from our experiences. If you haven't already learned from your own, don't procrastinate. The end. And now, hold on, we have questions.
What are some of the problems that can occur if you procrastinate?
If you procrastinate, you can get a bad grade, hand in things late, or just not put a full effort into it and just do it, you know what I mean, real quick and do like a bad job on it, you know?
What kind of things can distract you and make you procrastinate?
If you, like I said, if you don't put yourself in a good environment, your friends will be around. They're gonna want to do something. You're not gonna want to do hard work. You're gonna want to, go hang out with your friends and things. So you got to put yourself in a good environment and just focus on what's the task at hand.
What steps are you going to take to avoid procrastination in the future?
I'll put myself in a better environment, not my dorm or apartment. I'll go to a library, and then I will just get it done. Do the hard things first, and then the easy things last, like I said, and that makes things a lot easier. Just do it. The end.